cover Canton Network today. This was a member's request, so a big shout out to you. But let's get straight into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Currently, we are up 33.4% in the last 24 hours, 24% in the last 7 days, 15% in the last 14 days, and 49% in the last 30 days. Very, 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 very times 100 low volume, right? So yeah, it's very low volume, 24-hour trading volume at 12.8 million, 5.6 billion inside of market cap. The volume to market cap is absolutely insane, and that's just because there's a lot of people with money inside of Canton Network. There's a lot of investor money, but it's like rich people have some money in there. That's pretty much what this is. This is another one of those privacy coins. If you guys haven't heard about it, I'm mainly here just to do a technical analysis, not to do all the the breakdown on what it is. So that's pretty much what we're going to be covering. So yeah, it is one of those privacy coins. So that's pretty much all you need to know. As you can see here, privacy on Canton is a need to know by design. Selective disclosure that preserves integrity, supports compliance, and earns trust. So yeah, it's one of those coins where it's like a privacy coin. You can't really see much of the financials or what's going on in it, but you know something's going on because it has extremely high market cap but extremely low trading volume. Someone over here mentioned that the ratio is just way off. 0.27% volume to market cap ratio. So they said when people start trading it and when the attention flips, it can move fast. I mean, it's a possibility, but yeah, I don't know. I won't personally touch it, but there's gonna be some people that do mess with it, and you could make money, you could lose money. It's just the way it is in crypto. But yeah, let's go ahead and and look at this. How is Canton Network not listed on Coinbase or Binance yet? Can anyone in the Canton community tell me why it's a top 20 crypto but isn't listed on any of the top exchanges? That is definitely weird. Very weird. This person said, "I'll tell you, I have zero faith in Coinbase." Blah blah blah. Okay, they're just giving their personal experience with Coinbase. It's because the token is fair launch. The exchanges have to get in at spot, just like everyone else. No advantage, no discount, no OTC, no freebies. It's the same reason they haven't listed KAS. And you see, that's a good mention right there. But the problem with the fair launch thing and that exchanges have to buy in at these prices is the exchanges, they're not going to buy in at these prices because trading volume is extremely low, market cap is extremely high. What that means is there is a concentration of high wallets just waiting for people to start getting in so they can dump on them. That's how I see it. There's a concentration of people with a lot of money in their wallets just waiting for people to double down on this project so they can start selling it. So that's the way I see it, but everyone might see it differently. But yeah, I don't know. Is it 5.6 billion? That's too high of a market cap to have such a low trading volume. I would like Canton Network to be below $1 billion in market cap before I even decide to touch it. But who knows? It might not ever get there. Right? But anyways, someone else has been mentioning here that they see a a bull flag forming. Bull flag is pretty much the opposite of the bear flag. Here's the bear flag as you're coming down. Then you get the bear flag, and then the bull flag is the complete opposite as you're coming up. You get a bull flag. Now there's a possibility that this is a bull flag, right? This is a possibility. But also look at what happened over here. We can actually see that this was a head and shoulders at the top here. So let's take off the flag so we can kind of see here. This was like a head and shoulders pattern pretty much. And this head and shoulder pattern pretty much dictated the downtrend that we had recently. Let's bring back that bull flag, right? So our possible bull flag, I don't know if it's gonna continue or not, but it was a bull flag. But whether or not it continues upwards is completely up to buyers, I guess. And the reason why I'm talking about this is, the previous area back here where I showed the head and shoulders. For those of you that don't know, head and shoulders, probably have it somewhere. Yeah, head and shoulders is a bearish pattern. This isn't confirmed yet that it's head and shoulders here. But of course, if this pulls back down to here and it does something like this, then it's a confirmed head and shoulders. So that's what you got to watch out for. We don't want to get rejected here where we're at now. And I'll talk about the probability of that possibly being rejected, right? So right now, we're looking at the hourly chart. So we're going to go to the 4-hour chart. And the 4-hour chart is pretty much overbought here on Canton. But it could stay overbought for a longer period of time. So we could see it staying overbought for longer, kind of like how it was here. If that happens, then this could indeed be that that bull flag scenario, which it is a bull flag, obviously, because it did break out from there. But the real question is, will it continue to break out? And from the looks of it on the 4-hour chart, it has the possibility to do it. I still don't want to buy this thing unless it's below $1 billion market cap, just because that trading volume is extremely low. And I don't trust it. It's a high concentration of high value wallets, which I just don't trust at that. The volume is extremely low, so it's hard to track, and it's hard to do a technical analysis on it because, you know, it's a very limited amount of volume. All it takes is one person to start trading it with a lot of money to change the direction of this project. So like, let's say if one of the big wallets, you know, sells, it's going to significantly drop this. If there's a big buy, it could significantly send it up. If there's a huge influx of buying pressure, then it could significantly increase from there as well. So it's a little bit hard to track in that regard. But this is the 4-hour chart. We'll go to the 2-hour chart now. On the percent R trend exhaustion, you can see it is overbought here. And kind of like how we looked before, something possibly like that could happen again on the 4-hour chart. So I'm waiting to see what happens here and to see if it'll continue upwards. But again, it's hard to tell what'll happen here. It could do this. It could do this. It could literally do anything from here. So the easiest way to track the percent R trend exhaustion is whenever it's at an oversold area, because you know it's about to go back up, or when it's at an overbought area. When it's at this area where it's almost like an equilibrium space where it could go either way. It's just, you know, you don't want to be too sure of either direction. You want to be completely unbiased and let this perform and do what it does. So I'm not here to predict anything, not here to tell anybody whether or not it's going up or down, just kind of showing the technicals here. So if this bull flag does continue upwards though, what we're watching out for is all the way up here at 17 cents. So we're looking for that 17-cent resistance there. We did get stopped at this resistance at 0.159, and that's because if you look over here, resistance, boom, right here, resistance, resistance, resistance. So we had multiple areas of resistance, and that's kind of where we started off as well at the same 15-cent level. So if this rejection results in us coming down to 14 cents and then getting rejected again, trying to then get above the new resistance that we're building, then that would be a very bad thing for Canton. And we might say, what's that new resistance here? The left shoulder. And then it would also stop there if it's a right shoulder, if it really is a head and shoulders. And we also know this is resistance significantly because it's a lot of different resistance areas back there. So we know it's significant resistance. And we had a little bit of support right there, a little bit of resistance there. So that's a significant level for Canton at 0.15275. So that's pretty much what we're looking at right now on Canton. Let me bring this back, actually. Bring that line back. And then we can also look over here at the MACD. And again, this is the 2-hour chart. So here is the MACD here for Canton. Smaller buying pressure, buying pressure getting smaller. And what is that when you look at the MACD, lower highs on the MACD, that is bearish divergence. And when you see the price increasing, but then you see the MACD simultaneously creating lower highs, that's bearish divergence. So also Bitcoin has been looking pretty bearish too. So if Bitcoin drops, that could result in even further drop downwards. But if Bitcoin comes back up, right, if Bitcoin has a breakout, then, you know, we could end up seeing a breakout inside of Canton. There's a possibility that Bitcoin could be preparing for a breakout. Just came off of a huge sell-off on Bitcoin. So yeah, there's a possibility that Bitcoin could continue a breakout from here. There's also a possibility that it could continue to break down, because we also just had a bearish pennant on Bitcoin, which is a bearish sign. So we could actually see Bitcoin breaking down more from here, which will drive the price of Canton down as well. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at. Bearish divergence on Canton, and then a bearish pennant on Bitcoin, which are both bearish patterns, bearish pennant, bearish divergence here. And then we also seen over here with our head and shoulders that could possibly be forming right now. So that's 3 different scenarios where the bears look like they're taking over. So if we get rejected here, again, we'll know within the next hour or two, honestly. If this gets rejected and then comes down here and you see something like this, expect an even further drop downwards. And if that happens, the level that we're pretty much looking forward to is going to be 11 cents. There's a possibility we can stop at a few different levels for obvious reasons. I'll say why in a second. 12 cents. And we got up here, 13 cents. And then we got right here, which is 13.84. So we had support right there, boom, support right there, boom, a little bit here, support. That's at 0.1243. And then we have right here, support all in these areas. And a little bit here, that's 0.13067. And then we have different, and these are all micro support areas. All up here, micro resistance. And then some other insignificant areas back here, which is at 0.13844. So those are the levels that you're going to want to watch on the way down if it does pull back. If it goes up, this is a fairly new project, so we'll be in price discovery mode after it breaks past 17 cents. If it breaks past 17 cents, it's price discovery, but there's no telling if it will. So yeah, at this point, it's all about time. It's all about time. So I'll come back to making a video on this later on to see what happens. But yeah, it's at an interesting point where it has had a bull flag, but now we have 3 different bearish scenarios building up. We have the bearish divergence on the MACD. We have the bearish pennant on Bitcoin. And then we have a possible head and shoulders forming up. So 3 different bearish signals back to back. And the one bullish signal is the bull flag that has already pretty much went through its process and could end up getting rejected here and then continuing downwards. So we're going to have to sit and wait and see exactly what happens. If we look at the hourly chart with the %R trend exhaustion, we're seeing that the trend has been exhausted multiple times, but this is going to start inching its way downwards. This might come up here, and this might continue to inch its way downwards. So I think this is a bearish pattern. I would like to call it a bearish 101, right? Bearish pattern 101. And the reason why I'm bringing up MicroStrategy, you guys know I like to day trade options. I just want to show you guys what happened on my last trading day and how it's very similar. So it looks very similar to this right here. And a continuation downwards followed by another uptrend, followed by whatever comes next after that. So that's why I'm showing that, because there's a possibility that Canton is going through what seems to be a new downtrend. So that is what I think is happening here. I think a downtrend could come here soon for Canton, a rejection at where it's at. But then again, if it does break out, then all the bearish stuff could be invalidated if it breaks past 16 cents. If we see it break past 16 cents, we're going to see a big push up to 17 cents. And if it breaks past that, then we're going to see price discovery for Canton. So we'll see what happens from there. And again, I'm not here to say whether it's going up or down, but just showing you all of the facts inside of the technical analysis, all the resistance support areas, and the different bearish structures that are forming, and then the possible bullish structure that we could continue to be in, because this is bullish right here, but it could easily get rejected, and then those 3 bearish structures that we mentioned could be taken over. But yeah, this is all I got for you guys today. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Shout out to the members of the channel. This video was recommended by a member. And as always, I'll be back with another video.